for me.
Hold on, King. You are a master at semantics. A lot of these other niggas don't know how to deal with your fucking ass. But I'm telling you, right now you swimming in deep water. All right? So we gonna let's just take this slow, little by little. You know what I'm saying? Because he know what he doing. Because believe in his heart, he'll tell you in a minute, the Bible's a good book, it's just certain things I won't follow. He'll say that out of his heart, but he just don't say it all the time and get y'all to hear it. You see what I'm saying? He'll tell you that, right? Won't you?
It was tearing me up to not believe that it was real. You see what I mean? Because this is where you start stripping your own screws. If you still are policing yourself and shutting yourself down and saying, that's not real, man. You didn't really see that, man. This is crazy, man. Something's wrong with you, man. And then this is like a war right there. That's the biggest war, because it's one being saying you didn't see it. You didn't see it. You really didn't see it. And then it being another being that's saying, man, I know what I saw.
Real simple. You understand? Hey, yo, Sharp.
And remember, if you let the being that is trying to convince you that you didn't see it win, it's a mighty blow to your spirit, because now you have to go against truth, because you know you saw it, but now you're having to believe that you didn't see it for whatever reason. You see what I mean? And this is deep stuff that goes on in a person's consciousness if you're even starting to get into the meat of what spirituality really is. And so, you know, this is the complete metamorphosis of it. I've met people now that have said, man.
Let's stop right there. Every man among us knows you owe a duty to God. And you know how I know that you know? Because every one of you and every one of us, when we get in trouble, and each one of us in this room has been in some trouble that's so deep, you call on who? God. Now, when you called on him, brothers, what did you say? What did you say? You said, listen to your words now, God. And when you called him, you were real sincere, because the trouble was deep. And listen to what you said. You said, God, if you just get me out of this one time, didn't you say it? How many have said it? Raise your hands. Come on. All right. Now look at what you said you was going to do. You said, God, if you get me out of this one time, I'll serve you for the rest, come on, of my life. You know you said it, and you know you lied. Brothers, when you said it, the Holy Quran says, and when I brought them safely to shore, lo, they set up other gods beside me. Surely man is ungrateful. You forgot. Now, brothers, the Quran says, who is Christ? Christ is man in his perfectly developed state. Therefore, Christ, fully developed, is man in whom God dwells.
Then you're talking about spirits, and their stories are vast. The different races of spirits and different kinds of entity, different geometries and symmetrics and all that stuff will blow a person's mind. And it doesn't, for people who can't comprehend all of that, they're not allowed to, because they don't even have the capacity. And this is why they still believe that I'm here on my own. Human beings are the only sentient life form. I haven't seen any other sentient life, yet, you know, they're walking all on top of sentient life. You see what I mean? People, they don't think that the loss of their immortality, or even the idea in their mind that they could actually die, is not a major issue going on with the DNA. It's because they're asleep.
And so my thing is to be that type of adult that can draw young people
a young person to understand that I love you and respect you like you're my child, like I used to tell all my children. I'm not your daddy biologically, but I'm your daddy as long as I'm in this room. So you better listen to what I got to say. So I am your father. Every teacher is a student's father, whether they want to admit it or not. Right. And teachers have to understand that. If you can't handle it, then don't become a teacher.
Because let us not forget, our world is only existing based on mentors. It's based on what we teach our children. They learn mirrors, they learn colors, they learn all this stuff from their real mentors. A real mentor is someone who teaches you something. So even if they teach you how to hate, they teach you how to be angry, they teach you how to be, that's still a mentor. So we need to realize it's not a negative thing. It's not egotistic to say that I'm going to be a magnificent, balanced mentor.
You know, it's like people who are rap stars or who are into entertainment or sports that say that they don't like to be hounded by people. But when you stepped into that spotlight, you should know that's going to come with it. People are going to ask you for your autograph. They're going to ask you for certain things. Being a teacher, you are that child's parent. Right. They view you that way. Try to be the family that their families never were to them. And you can start just by saying hello.
In my opinion, whoever developed these ideas originally, going back multiple thousands of years, from which we today are still, carrying on those ancient traditions, whoever they were not of this world. They were absolutely brilliant and far too intelligent, I think, to have been just normal humans, because their work has impacted the whole human race for countless thousands of years. So whoever gave us these ideas, I believe, are not from here.
You gotta understand what we are. This is what it's like. Let's say we're gonna Google a symphony. We're trying to find, we heard this symphony the other day, and we really liked it. We were in the car. We had no idea what the name was. So we got on Google. What will we type in? It sound like dun 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 dun. That's not going to give you anything back. Actually, with Google it will, but you're not going to find the song. You get it? That's how powerful we are. The vibration and the tone that we're giving off is ineffable. It can't be repeated. You can't label us.
So this is really a growth process, and I know it's a lot to kind of ingest at once, but it actually starts getting easier over time.
This is what makes me very angry with the government of the United States. A big coward picking on little governments. Why don't you go to China and make China democratic? Why would you pick on Cuba? What is wrong with the right of self-determination? Should not the Cuban people, if they want to be communist, choose that form of government? What do you have to say about it? America is wrong. And if America is the great citadel of democracy, show the world your democracy and the world will follow you. But don't try to force us to bow down to your will.
There's no reason why anyone should come to the end of life, his lifespan, without some sense of achievement.
But what this story is about is just saying that, hey, this is a part of our whole growing process. We're just seeds, and we're growing back up to be trees. And at that point, we will experience our full consciousness. That is pretty much the overall story of every movement that's out right now.
The power of deity ordained the purpose for human existence. And that purpose was to fulfill the will of deity and become, in a sense, like God, knowing good and evil.
So what?